먼저 가주세요. 막내 먼저 가 그러면.
가 그럼 빨리.
알았어.
Breaking K-pop news. BTS Trip comeback and the return of OT7 chaos everyone has been waiting for. If you thought you'd moved on from the Voyage era, this new episode will make you realize you haven't. Hello, armies from all over the world. Whether you're chilling at home, streaming on the bus, or just wanting to rewatch Taehyung's smile. Welcome back to our little space filled with memories, surprises, and a million emotions that only BTS can evoke. Today, we're not just talking about previews. We're witnessing the return of something we didn't realize how much we missed. BTS Trip, OT7, chaos, warmth, family energy, everything. Last night, HYB dropped an emotional bombshell in the form of a preview that instantly sent the entire fandom into a frenzy. And armies, from the first second I watched it, I knew one thing. This wasn't just any variety comeback. This was a new era, an atmosphere that rekindles memories of Voyage. As soon as the trailer begins, the atmosphere immediately feels familiar. The wooden house, the calm outside air, the members' teasing laughter, like an old page from Voyage suddenly brought to life. There's something very home, very BTS, very us. And somehow, in a matter of seconds, the trailer ignites feelings we've long buried. Longing for no reason, nostalgia without warning. Everything feels warm, soft, and peaceful. Taehyung, the mastermind of chaos and serenity. Then there's Taehyung, the man who always looks like he stepped out of a painting, yet also has a supernatural ability to create the most hilarious chaos. In this episode, he somehow manages to do it. Combine the legendary, chaotic vibe of Run BTS with the sentimental travel vibe of Voyage. One fan even immortalized the expression "two birds with one stone," which perfectly describes Taehyung, sweet, cunning, genius, and unpredictable. He always has a way of bringing things to life. He's like the heart of the energy of this first episode. Chef Jin and Jungkook, the most dangerous serotonin combination. Imagine a quiet kitchen. Then suddenly Jin, worldwide handsome, appears, cooking with a faint smile. And beside him, our golden magne, Jungkook, standing with the focused gaze of a child who doesn't want to miss a single second of his hyun. This moment feels like a snapshot from a long time ago, when Jin cooked for the members and Jungkook pretended to help but really just wanted to be near his hyun. Warm, close, intimate. It's as if ARMY has been invited to sit in the corner of the kitchen and watch them. OT7 plays volleyball, the sweet chaos we've missed for years. Then boom, a clip of them playing volleyball appears. And my heart instantly melts. The entire OT7 on the court. Suga with the most unexpected header of the century. Namjoon laughs and grumbles. Jimin was busy encouraging and teasing. A hobby with a 300% energy boost. Jungkook was like a professional athlete. Taehyung, yes, Taehyung was still Taehyung. It was all like a Run BTS workout clip that always ended with them laughing until they couldn't breathe. After all these years, we finally saw them competing but still loving each other, like a family that never changes. TD crawling with a camera, the chaos we signed up for. And I wouldn't forgive myself if I didn't mention this. Taehyung crawling, on the floor, with a camera attached to him. The army at X immediately exploded. Many were screaming, "Taehyung, what are you doing?" The answer, giving us iconic content for the next 10 years. No one can match his level of dedication to creating hilarious moments. He doesn't just participate in chaos, he creates it. The room-picking tradition, the return of the most chaotic ritual. And yes, the room-picking game is back. You know what that means? Screams, laughter, joking threats, hopes of not getting the smallest room, and endless somersaults. Just like the Voyage era, this moment is a true glimpse into the simplicity of BTS's happiness. Being together, laughing, competing, and still hugging afterward. Taehyung, the eternal baby who is always protected by the members. There was one moment that really burned through my emotional walls. Taehyung told me about his elementary school days. Namjoon protested. Then all the members still followed what he said. It was as if they were always subconsciously spoiling V. And honestly, that's one of the things ARMY loves most. No matter how old they get, no matter how successful they get, they always treat Taehyung with the same warmth as ever. Pure, gentle, loving. But ARMY, it turns out that first clip was just the beginning. As the hours passed, fans began to discover other little details that HYB had hidden like treasure, and they all made one thing clearer. This BTS trip wasn't just nostalgia. It was BTS's latest love letter to ARMY. And the more we saw, the clearer it became that this trip held a much deeper energy than what was apparent on the surface. BTS at night, a quiet moment that touches the heart. The fan-shot footage continues with a simple night scene. The members sit side by side outside, surrounded by soft yellow light and the sound of a calming breeze. There's no music. There's no editing. Just them together. Taehyung leaned back and stared at the sky, as if contemplating the long journey they'd had. Jimin sat closest to the small fire, hugging his knees as he usually does when he's comfortable. RM spoke slowly, like a leader trying to calm the entire world, not just his 6 friends. Suga smiled a small smile, a smile he rarely sees except when he's truly happy. And there, right in the middle, Jungkook looked at his hyungs, smiling like a child who's found home again. The moment was quiet but full. It was as if BTS wanted to remind us. We're still here, still together, still 7. Secret activity. Fans start reading clues left in trailers. What drove ARMY even crazier were the small details that emerged like puzzles. In one outdoor scene, there were hints that they might be going on a surprise mission. Something that combined the suspense of Run BTS with the curiosity of an ESOP. There was a small board with mysterious symbols. There was an envelope hidden under a table. And the camera focused on Jungkook's overly eager gaze for something we hadn't yet seen. ARMYs are starting to speculate that there will be individual competitions with a secret twist, survival game-style chases, outdoor challenges that will have them sabotaging each other sweetly. If true, get ready, because it means the OT7 chaos will reach legendary levels. Special note, Taehyung and Jungkook reveal an old dynamic ARMYs miss. In another teaser, there's a moment that took the fandom's breath away. Taehyung and Jungkook are seen running together, laughing like little kids. The way they push each other while still keeping themselves from falling. The way they laugh so freely. The way they return to the playful dynamic that always made ARMY smile. It all feels like a piece of the past returning in a more mature version. But the sweetest thing is when the camera catches Jungkook calling Taehyung. "Hyung, you're doing it again." And Taehyung just laughs and replies, "Yeah, let it be, it's fun." A small moment, but warm. A small moment, but full of memories. Jin gives advice. It's our time. In another scene, Jin is seen talking to the members while they're eating. The clip is only a few seconds long, but its message resonates with everyone who watches it. With a gentle expression and a deeper voice than usual, Jin says, "We've been through a lot, but every time we're together like this, it feels like the world is right again." The members simply nod slowly, and for a moment, everyone looks like teenagers just debuting again. Simple, sincere, and honestly, it all feels like a hug in a crowd. Rapline reveals untold past. In another clip that appeared after the official trailer, Rapline is seen chatting in the living room. RM, Suga, and J-Hope are laughing heartily about their past antics during the filming of Run BTS and Voyage. One line from RM immediately went viral. "Sometimes I miss the days when we used to panic over stupid missions." "I'm still panicking now," J-Hope added with a laugh. And Suga, with his trademark straight face, said, "But we're older now. My back wasn't like this before." ARMY was hysterical. The rap line is still the rap line. Nothing has changed. And that makes us even happier. Biggest moment. BTS reveals that this journey is the beginning of something bigger. The most ARMY-killing clip came at the end of the advance preview. RM said something that sent shivers down the spine of the entire fandom. This journey isn't the end. It's the beginning. And Taehyung closed with a line that made everyone emotional. "We wanted to give this to ARMY, because we know you've been waiting." Jungkook nodded slowly with a smile and said, "This is just a warm-up." Warm-up? ARMY immediately collapsed en masse. If this is just a warm-up, imagine what's to come next.